Hey guys, Octane English here, and today I'm going to be talking about my favorite technique, which is frog fishing. And before you guys exit out of the video, because I'm just chilling in my room and talking about it, I will be going out in the water and actually using a frog, but I'm just going to talk about the techniques and stuff in here, and then I'll go out in the water and take you guys with and show you the retrieves and all of that, and some fish catches hopefully. So I'll be going over a few frogs. This is the Spro right here. This frog has caught me a lot of fish. It's a little beaten up, and I don't know if you guys can see, but right there, the little leg actually like gets sucked into the body, and it doesn't work as well now because it doesn't walk, and the hookup ratios are worse because it is blocking the hook a little bit. So I don't really use this frog much, but this is just a good old frog that when it's new, it's really good. That's like $10. That's the only problem. Now this is like $3. This is super cheap, really soft. That's what you want. The only thing I don't like about this as much is when you squeeze it down, you see how it only exposes that much of the hook? I don't like that as much, but it's still soft enough that it doesn't really matter. And these are cheap, and these are good. I don't have that many frogs though, because unlike other lures, frogs are weedless, and if you know what you're doing, you're not going to lose a frog. I mean, there's no really way to lose a frog. It's so weedless, and especially if you use the right gear, like I'm going to talk about. This, I don't even know the brand of this frog. This is an example of a bad frog. See how hard I have to squeeze that for it to bend down? That's what you don't want. You want it to be nice and easy. So this is a bad frog. I'm pretty sure this is a Spro too. I don't know if it's just a bad one or what. But this is my favorite frog. This is a buoy pad crasher, and it is very soft. When you squeeze it, exposes a lot of hook. And I put two just 177 BBs in there, so it rattles, and that's nice, and it adds a little more weight for casting. Now the last frog is a combat frog, a lunker hunt. It's really realistic. I mean, you can see the legs. I haven't been able to take it out, but I'm going to take it out soon. I'll take it out when I film on the water. But one thing that is really important is you can see all these frogs. I mean, they have cool designs on top. Okay, but that's not what the fish see. The fish see the bottom and the sides. So that's what you need to look at when you're buying a frog. When you buy your frog, hold it up to the sun, and that's what the fish are going to see. So I really like black, because if you haven't noticed, when you hold black up to like a white ceiling or something, when you hold black up, it leaves a big silhouette, and yellow doesn't as much. So I like a black frog for the most part. Now getting into the gear. The gear is actually really, really important for frog fishing. I don't get into like specific rods and stuff because I'm on a budget. And I mean, this is a pretty cheap rod. This is 7'2", 7 foot, medium heavy. It fishes like a heavy though. It's really stout, and it's just an ugly stick. It's like a $50 rod, and it gets the job done. This is a Quantum Octane reel. It came on another combo, and I just took it off and put it on here. Most importantly though, 65-pound braid. I use spiderwire. It doesn't really matter. You can use the type of braid that you like, but that's real important, is that braid. If you don't have this braid, the goal with frog is to get it in places that you can't get most lures. And if you don't have this braid, you're not going to be able to horse them out. That's the goal. When you set to that fish, you set in and you just crank and crank and crank and crank and crank and swing them into the boat. Or, I mean, if you have a net man, I mean, take the net man, but that's what you want to do, just horse them in. It's opposite of what a lot of people say about other lures, but another really important thing with a frog, especially if you're in tournaments, is a follow-up bait. And I like it on a spinning rod because it falls straight down, unlike a bait caster where it pendulums back. So what you want to do is that frog, if the fish blows up on the frog and you try to set into it and nothing's there, you can throw this follow-up bait, which is like a soft stick bait. This is a Gary Yamamoto senko. Just got the chartreuse tail, and you just pitch it in there. And if that fish didn't feel the hook, so if you go to set it and there's nothing there, the fish will come back and bite this. Now if you go to set it, you feel it, you're fighting it for like 3 seconds and it pops off, that fish isn't going to bite. Again, most likely because it did feel the hook. But this is very important, especially for fishing tournaments, and you need that fish. Alright, I'll see you guys out on the water. Thanks for watching. Hey, you don't need to throw a frog, by the way.
That makes me kind of feel better. I'll just throw it as long as we're here, though. How many laps are we going to make around here?
Not a lot. I need to try to get one frog. I need to get one fish on a frog today. That's it. Like one quality fish. I think let's just go.
What?
Let's go.
It's bigger than it.
Well, there's the first one of the day. Just on the Booyah Pad Crasher. Dude, he's been caught before. I'm gonna play that one more time, and I want you guys to focus on that when the fish blew up, I gave it 2 seconds before I set the hook. And that way that the fish got it all the way down its mouth, and I could get a good hook set on it. That's really important when fishing a frog, because otherwise you're gonna miss a lot of fish. So I'll play that again right now, and I want you guys to look for that. Well, I hope you guys saw that, and I hope that this video helps you. We only fished for about 2 hours today, and I only caught one fish on a frog, about 7 on a square bill, because we went to a different lake, and all it has there is rocks, so I didn't want to throw a frog. But I think that I got my point across. Thank you for watching today's video, and leave a comment below on the next video that you want me to do about a certain lure. Alright, thank you guys for watching, and subscribe, like, comment bad, comment good, I don't really care. But thanks for watching. See you guys next time.